It's time for the B.S.ing with the Guys live podcast.
Let's get it going. B.S.ing with the Guys. We are here to unpack the latest headlines the only way we know how, which is unfiltered and unapologetic. So let's get into it.
What
I guess
up?
the biggest news dropping right now is shit going on with Greenland. Not super exciting to everybody, but I think it could be a good move if Trump gets it done. I don't know how much you've heard about that, Brad, as far as the updates on it.
A little bit. Yeah.
But, I was halfway through the day. I'm looking at it like they've still got some beef going on. So I'm like, well, I guess we'll talk about the animosity between the two. And then all of a sudden Trump's coming out announcing that they've worked out some sort of deal, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, I guess we got to pivot here. But it still doesn't seem like it's etched in stone yet. It just, the way Trump's talking is that they've definitely got it, worked out. Like he spoke to him. It's pretty much, going to be done here soon.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, it's,
It
he's had a lot of interest in it. Just basically, national security needs, over there in the Arctic, defense against Russia and China, of course, the big one.
Exactly.
A lot of mineral resources, which is probably a real big part of it. Everything comes down to whether it's oil or some sort of resources, while we want these places. But it's from what I understand. Go ahead.
It's a usage deal that I think he worked out, right?
Well, I don't know.
as
That's what I was
using
going to
it?
try to dive into, because was it more of that? Because the way that people were talking about it, like he wanted, like, it's ours,
No,
like Greenland.
The last thing I read right before we got on was basically he worked out a deal to where we could use it basically unconditionally. That and the Arctic Circle he wants. And allegedly they said, okay, so we can use Greenland for, military purposes, strategic purposes, and the Arctic Circle, which I didn't know that was anybody's to give away. I thought Santa was up there or something, but
Yeah, apparently, yeah. No, well, I don't. Like I said, I don't know, man. It just depends on, I guess, what source you read. Because the way it's getting explained, especially by the left, is that he's just running over there and stealing Greenland.
Mm-hmm.
which he was trying to, like, I guess he was wanting to basically, if Europe stepped in and wouldn't let him take it, he was threatening sanctions and everything like that. And
Right.
I don't know what they wouldn't let him use it for before, because I assume we have military bases there like we do everywhere else on
One.
fucking Earth.
Yeah, we
You know.
definitely have a base there.
We've
I
had
just
up
know,
to
like-
20
like-
at one time, dude.
Yeah, Greenland's itself, like its officials were, they were basically like hell no to selling our sovereignty, basically. But apparently they're open to talks, but they weren't happy about it. A lot of people over there were actually protesting it. It's still kind of a sketchy deal that's going on, as far as I don't know the exact details. It's just Trump coming out saying that, he's worked something out. It's a forever deal, according to him, and everybody's walking away happy. So
Of course.
I don't know. So whatever you want to take out of that, but he said it. The threats of tariffs are pretty much done, because he was talking about starting at 10% in February and ramping up to 25%. I guess if they didn't play ball, Well, he said now that they've had this discussion that's off the table. So, he's not threatening them with that anymore. But he did say it's infinite and a forever deal where everybody's very happy. No
course.
trade war, no NATO meltdown. So, we'll see. We'll see what goes on there. It seems like I said, a win-win, I guess. I guess depends on who you are. If you're living over there and you don't want the U.S. coming in and meddling in your shit, then maybe not. But I think just from a protection standpoint, it seems like a win for them.
It's a great deal.
Yeah. Yeah, they
is.
They basically called it a Europe, freaking out about alliance crumbling and shit like that. So you got some people that are panicking around the world about it, but I think it's just, what happens anytime some shit like this is going on. So
has anybody else ever threatened to take
deal.
Greenland?
Say it again.
Has anybody else ever threatened to take Greenland? Like, where did this come from? I feel like I've heard about Greenland like in fucking junior high, and then now all of a sudden it's a strategic fucking stronghold. I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure that, because if it's as rich in those resources that we're wanting, I mean, those rare earth minerals and being strategically located, like I said, where it's can open up, with the climate change and all. There's a lot of melting and a lot of shit going on, that it could open up new shipping routes and resource opportunities. So it's I can't imagine us being the only ones that were ever interested in it. I mean, it goes all the way back to his first term. He floated around the idea of buying Greenland, which was dismissed as absurd by Denmark and Greenland. So they kind of blew it off as a joke. And then, of course, you fast forward to the 2026 now, and he basically like, yeah, I wasn't playing. I mean, it's like, let's talk about this because I want it. Now, I guess he's doing it in a cordial way. I mean, it's not like he's strongholding and just going over there and taking it. So I don't know. I guess we'll see what comes of it. There wasn't a ton of details going on as far as, when we started this tonight. I looked, and it's still kind of just Trump saying that they worked something out. So yeah, I guess we'll see.
I mean, I heard it could be a $600-700 billion deal with even every citizen of Greenland getting $100,000. I think it's all payable to the Dutch or Denmark. But I think really why he wants it, and this is just my opinion, what I've read on there, is it's strategic, of course, like y'all said earlier. I think I saw something on, God, I don't know if it was X or somewhere, but they talking like the strategic flight path of ICBM missiles, and most of them that were coming from it, say it was Russia or China, that was sending those to the United States, basically would come over Greenland. So, I know he's thrown out there the Golden Dome and all that stuff for protection. So, and he wants it too because, like he was saying in Davos today, that, China's meddling up there in the Antarctic and Russia. So I don't think it's a bad deal. I heard we had this at one time, after World War II, and we've given it back to the Dutch, So, and we have one base left over there. So, I think it would be a win-win just for the resources and in the strategic part. And it's in our hemisphere, so it's not like we're going over there, other parts of the world, and just saying, hey, we want this, we need it, and yada, yada,
Right. Well, and if we break it down by, the support for this versus the critics. Now, if you go from the supporter side, it's the national security is first. Russia has been militarizing the region with bases and submarines, and China, they're investing heavily in polar routes and resources. Greenland's location is perfect, like you said, for missile defense, early warning systems, and countering those threats from China and Russia. So, Trump's been, quoted as saying we need Greenland to keep America safe. It's not optional. Well, then we jump back to the resource control, like we spoke about a couple minutes ago. They've got a massive untapped reserves of minerals critical for, tech and just EVs and defense. So the U.S. wants to basically secure these to reduce dependence on China, which dominates the market right now. So acquiring those could boost American jobs and energy independence. And then you look at the historical kind of alliances. I mean, the U.S. points to its World War II era bases in Greenland and argues that as a NATO ally, Denmark should prioritize shared security. So that's why, Trump's framing it as a win-win deal, offering billions in investment, and warns that without it, adversaries could fill that void.
Sure.
So that's, now when you jump to the flip side of that, a lot of the Greenlanders, they fought for autonomy with Denmark, and the leaders over there have said, we're not for sale. It's our land, our people, our future. It's about indigenous rights to them and not being treated like a commodity. So Denmark echoes this, calling any forced transfer a violation of international law. So they weren't liking, I guess, how Trump was coming at them at first. So they as far as the existing alliance that they say what they have is enough. I mean, they argue the current setup, U.S. base access via treaties, already covers security, the security needs without ownership. So they're basically like, hey, we already got the protection we need. There's no need for you to come over here and take it from us. So, I mean, with Denmark boosting its military in Greenland as a defense move, not aggression, they say. And it basically just points to the NATO cooperation. So they're, why risk all that for a land grab is how they look at it. But so like I said, they're not all on board with this. Most of them over there, it seems like in Greenland. But at the end of the day, they're probably not going to have much of a choice. So it's either work out a deal or, I guess it's going to be some bad blood. So it depends on how you want to look at that. Maybe Trump just kind of being a bully when it comes to it. But he's also trying to explain that, look, this isn't just going to be great for America. It's going to be great for you too. So let's work this shit out,
Look, Greenland will comply, dude. We get a couple of McDonald's and Taco Bells and Wendy's and dude, and some good rap music and they'll comply, dude.
The West is gonna destroy the place, man. No, look, man, I think just from the little bit of knowledge I have, which isn't much, I'll go ahead and forewarn everybody that. What's going on? I see y'all in the comments. How y'all doing out there? We're about to get into those in a little bit, so stick with us. But I don't know. I believe it's a smart resolution that could actually be a game changer for everyone, turning tensions into partnerships without, causing major issues. And I mean, why? Because negotiation could lead to modern agreement that, boosts security, economy and just relations all around. So it doesn't seem to be a major issue. I mean, imagine a deal where, the U.S. gets to expand base rights and joint resource development, but Greenland retains full sovereignty and gets massive investments. I mean, it's billions for infrastructure and education and green energy projects, tailored to their needs. So hopefully that's how they come to look at it, that it's not just some sort of invasion, that this could actually work in their benefit. Who the fuck don't want to be part of the U.S.? Come on now. Damn it.
Absolutely.
There's probably plenty of people out there like, fuck that. We don't want no part of it.
Shit, they might be looking at it too, these citizens of Greenland. Now we got to go to work, man. We're going to be off this stipends of free health care and college and school. And, God, now we got to pay for shit. And you know how all of them Europeans are, dude. They want everything for nothing, Tax the fuck out of them and then give them some little crumbs,
Yeah, that might be part of the problem is once the U.S. gets their hands on it, and then they're going to be like, what the fuck did we sign up for? Like, just you see all the corruption and all the bullshit that goes on in this country. That's probably their main thing. Like, we don't want no part of that shit, We don't know. We're doing just fine over here. Leave us alone. So who knows? Hopefully it'll work out. I'd hate for them to go over there and disrupt those people's way of life for absolutely no benefit to them at all.
I don't think that would happen.
No, I don't think so either. I think people paint anything Trump does as bad. Without even giving it a second thought, just because it's Trump's idea. Yeah. So, it's kind of like, which brings me to one of the other topics with him wanting to revive these mental institutions. He said he signed an executive order, which was it's a ending crime and disorder on American streets is what he called it, which promotes the revival of long-term mental institutions through expanded civil commitment laws. I'm sorry. The order encourages states and local governments to involuntarily commit individuals with severe mental illness who are deemed a danger to themselves or others. And that's part of a big problem with the homelessness situation going on in the country. Is a lot of it is for one, rampant drug use and just mental illness. So he's looking at it like, why not open up, get these facilities back up and running and give these people a place to go instead of on the streets. Right. And that's met with so much resistance from the left. And it just goes to show it doesn't matter what he does or what he says and what reason he says it's for. It's always some sort of pushback.
Right.
It's I don't know, man. It's crazy.
And as we've spoken, we have talked before on here, man, about the mental health crisis we have in this country, you know, and it's true. If it's the homelessness or the drug use and God, you know, people that with mental illness that needs help, and I'm all for it if it means investing some money for that and getting people the help they need, you know. But
well, in a lot of
like
times,
you said, Trump wants it. It's no good. Screw it. Scrap it. It's you know. So
well, and I think a lot of the pushback is it had a bad rap. You know, these institutions. You know, a lot of it was abuse and just inhumane conditions. You know, it was exposés back in the 40s all the way through the 60s. It was revealing this overcrowding and the poor hygiene and the starvation that was going on and the patient abuse. You know, it's a lot of these institutions were underfunded, especially during any kind of economic downturns or wars or something like that. The last place they were sending money were these places. Now, a lot has changed since then as far as just organizations that have popped up to try to keep an eye on these places. You know, laws have changed, rules have changed.
Sure.
Not to say that these people still don't get mistreated, because I mentioned before a while back before we were doing live streams, but that I've worked at one of those in the local area when I was younger, and I saw what went on in those places. Yeah. And a lot of it was helpful. Some of it was just somewhere to stick these people because nobody knew how to deal with them. So they really weren't getting any help at all besides not living on the street, which I guess is a win. But they were just drugged up all day long and just basically a bunch of zombies walking around. And they were people that were in there for, you know, being clinically insane. And then there were other ones that were just drug abusers that instead of throwing them in prison, they would send them to these mental institutions to try to get the help that they needed.
Right.
And I didn't see a major issue with that. Like I said, if it stops them from being homeless and can offer any kind of help at all, I don't see the big deal. But like I said, the left is going nuts right now, and it's probably because they're afraid half of them are going to get locked in these motherfuckers because they're crazy as shit.
That's what I was going to say.
The left is going, because I did look, what I saw was, oh my God, Trump's only doing this so he can lock up all the trans people.
Of course.
I'm like, come on. For one, I'm thinking we couldn't be that lucky, but you know, for two, like, do you really think that's what Trump's doing? I mean, get out of here. I mean, it's crazy. But you know, with over, fuck, man, I don't know what it was, like over 700,000 people experienced homelessness on a single night in January of 2024 of last year. That's the highest ever recorded.
Damn.
So that's being, of course, you know, driven by the affordable housing shortages, and you know, it's like children under 18 saw a 33% increase as far as the homelessness goes. That's terrible. So that right there, like I said, if it can provide them people somewhere to go at least, and then get them evaluated to make sure it's not a mental issue that has you on the street, and if it is, then you can, you know, possibly find the proper help that these people need, because I've seen it with my own eyes, how just the mental illness and how far some people, you know, it goes. It's real. The shit's real, you know?
Oh, it is real.
It's crazy, man. But yeah, they're saying, you know, 22% of the homeless adults, it's roughly 140,000 of them have serious mental illness. And but then you got the other, where the 18% of them have chronic substance use disorder, is what they're calling. Everything's a disorder, you know, so they can prescribe you something, I'm sure. But anyway, 48% in California have complex behavioral health needs. So that's a lot of people that may be able to benefit from this.
Mm-hmm.
So the left's argument on why they don't want this to happen is because they're going to lock up trans people?
That was the first one I saw, because, you know, Trump deems, because I think Trump's come out and said that he believes trans people have a mental illness. You know, they're mentally ill. So when he makes comments like that, and then it comes to opening up more mental institutions, they start trying to put two and two together, and, you know, it equals 5 for them. So they go down these crazy ass paths that's why he's doing this. And I'm thinking, I think he's got bigger fish to fry than worried about locking up all the trans people in mental institutions, which is not to say some of them don't need to be there just as much as some of the non-trans people, you know? I mean, if
they
you look
definitely
at
got motherfuckers that need to be there.
Oh, yeah. I think we have a big part of it.
Yes.
But I get their argument with back in the day, you know, the lack of, I guess, being, you know, watched over in these places. I mean, they would throw these people in rooms and just leave them there.
Yeah.
They don't want to deal with them. The motherfucker's crazy. We're going to throw them in a room. Well, nobody was checking in on that. So this person's in solitary confinement, basically, getting treated like shit when he's got a real mental issue that he can't help how he's acting. You know, I mean, I do remember that standing out to me when I first started working there. I went into it like believing most of these people were full of shit, because I'm judging it from my brain. Like, well, like, why would anybody act like that? They're being fucking dumb. You know, there's no way this is real. And it's like, no, it's real. I mean, it was real. So a lot of them were mistreated. And then once they started with the medical advances, I mean, they started, you know, ramping up these antipsychotic drugs. Right. Well, then once they started, you know, turning these people into zombies outside of these institutions, they didn't need them anymore. So that closed down a lot of them also. And, you know, like I said, so the left, that's how the left is looking at it right now, that it's unnecessary and it violates civil rights, because just basically, I don't know, that like I said, mistreatment is how they look at it. Like, everybody in there is just going to get mistreated, I suppose. And really, they don't have any, legitimate argument. It's just because Trump is throwing that out there.
Yeah,
had this.
Like it. So what do? We just leave them on the street and keep them doped up on the street?
Right.
We can send them to Greenland.
No. What they want are more of these homeless programs that they can funnel all this money through and never solve the problem. You know, that's
true.
Yeah, that's where this goes. They're like, well, wait a second, that's going to shut down a lot of programs we got going on right now.
Absolutely.
It's like, we don't want that. You know, so that there's no other reason to be totally against this that I can see. I mean, and look, I see, let me get to some of these comments. I see, where's the one I'm looking at right now? Robert, my church. And this is a good point that Robert's making. You know, a lot of people say that they try to help these people, and some of them don't want it. They want to be out there getting high, you know, because look, 90% of it's probably drug related. You know, as far as the homelessness problem that's going on, most of them out there are on drugs, meth. I mean, whatever you want, whichever drug it is. But point is, they don't want to get away from that. And I'm not saying all of them, but he's right. A lot of these people don't. I've heard that from multiple sources, that they try to help these people and they may stay a day or two, and they're right back out on the street.
There's more crack out there, you know. That's where I'd want to be if I was a crackhead.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. If you're addicted to drugs, it's hard to go sit there and stay in a church or a mental institution where they're not going to give you that, when you know you can just go out on the streets and get it.
Yeah, and there's probably not much to steal in either of those places either. So, yeah.
No, I don't. Not really. But I will. I'm gonna shut up now. Y'all take over.
Moment of silence.
Go ahead.
So funny.
Do we want to, was it justified? Y'all want to tell me if this was justified? I take that as a yes. Yes, you do. Yes. All right. I like it. Let's do it. Give me 1 second to pull her up. All right.
Oh, can I say one thing? Make sure you're subscribed if you haven't yet. We appreciate that. Please. Everybody in the comments. I see y'all watching too. I can see the numbers. So hit that subscribe button. All right, I'll shut up.
Are you finished now?
Yeah.
Done? Okay.
God.
Just mute my mic, bro.
Shit.
So crazy.
It's true. Yeah. Nicotine is a drug. Oh, I'm sorry.
All right. So we have some hand-to-hand, hand to not hand combat.
I remember this one.
Yep. Uh-oh. Oof.
No, you know when the shirt comes off.
Oh,
take both of them off. Meow. Meow. Did he shoot a cat?
Follow KO.
Yeah, so he found out.
Yeah, I remember that.
None of y'all don't ever scream like that. I'm not helping. You.
I'm taking it like a man. If I ever get shot,
Right.
I'm taking it like a man.
Take the bullet, dude.
Oh, shoot me again, motherfucker. No,
So-
so the
You think
Go
it was
ahead.
justified? It was. I mean,
Yes.
he was backing away, but Buddy didn't have a weapon.
So
I think
He
it
shouldn't have stepped towards
depends. I think it. I don't know what the backstory is, but I think his outcome depends on what state he was in. Honestly,
oh, well, yeah, of course. No, but just from looking at, because I remember that case. Like I said, I've watched that video a few times, and the way I think the dude probably could have got out of that situation before shooting him by just maybe walking off. I don't know.
yeah.
I mean, now if the guy was
I agree.
chasing him, but I mean, you got the gun, so you got the upper hand. I guess your first option is to try to retreat. Now, I know some
Yes.
people say fuck that because there is stand your ground laws, but if you can get out of a situation like that, you might as well do it because it's not worth the battle that you could be in for. You know, I mean, even though
Absolutely.
you think it's justified, a lot of times you'll have some DA in your area that doesn't really want to let that fly. So now you're in for a fight for your life like Kyle Rittenhouse was, you
Right.
know, and is it always worth that when you have a way to retreat? So I don't know. What was the outcome of that case?
I have no clue. That's what I'm saying. I don't have any backstory on it, but I think it really depends on
Yeah.
where they were at. I mean, if
Because it's a older,
tough
you
one.
know,
I can see the arguments for both sides, you know, like he really wasn't attacking back. Like he
Sure.
was backing off, he was trying, but he was still holding his ground. Like, I'm not leaving, but I'm not about to fight you. And then he pulled his gun out, showed it, and Buddy was still ready to go. So at that point, it's like, well, if he wasn't scared of me and my gun, like I was scared of him, you know, of whatever he was about to do. So
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. I like I said, I don't know. I don't know how you look at that because at some states and some places you don't have a duty to retreat if someone's threatening you or whatever. Now
Right.
that's always
I
a
don't
sketchy
think it's
line.
justified.
Yeah, I mean you hear these cases a lot where you think the no obligation to retreat is going to get people off, and it's like, well, no, that's if if they're in your house or something. I guess I don't know. It's like you
Right.
said, it depends on where that was located at. I'm sure, but can you fucking fight with your fist, or are you too afraid to get your ass beat? Yeah,
Nope.
I'm with you. Yeah, with it's like why? Why would I want to get
Nope.
my ass beat if I've got?
I
a
don't
pistol
start
on
no
me?
shit. So if you do,
That's
sorry
kinda-
about your bad
look,
luck, dog.
That's kind of my thing. I'm going to avoid it at all costs. If it comes
Absolutely.
down to that, I'm going to be in fear for my life before I ever give you the opportunity to engage with me because I ain't got time for that shit.
I ain't got
I'll
time
just
for it.
leave. I'm too old to worry about somebody name calling like, "Oh, you're a pussy. You didn't want to fight. You left." Yeah, I don't care. I'm not going to
Right.
get
Yeah,
peer
exactly.
pressured into getting into an altercation with somebody. So if I ever get in that situation where I have to pull the trigger, it's because I felt like there was no other fucking way out. Because if I'm by my car, I'm gonna get my car and leave. If I'm by my house, I'm gonna go in my house. I'm not gonna fight with you. Some people do that shit with neighbors. They get into
Yeah.
these altercations and wind up shooting another one in the street. And I'm like, I'm just going inside. Like, fuck you, But
Exactly.
I don't know. Just ain't worth the trouble. But
Oh, hey Matt. Matt's back.
Matt,
Big
what's
Matt?
up?
Matt.
What up? Paul says it's a hard one. That's what she said. No, yeah, it is a tough one because,
really
like I
think so.
said, well, no, you don't because you're like fuck everybody. You got that
Yes.
attitude of. But from a legal standpoint, with all the law
I don't think
experience
it's
I have-
justified, bro.
Well,
I really
and
don't.
I guess I'm thinking about myself. If I
Pull
were
it
in that
back up, Justin.
situation.
Pull that video back up. Let me see that video. Now you got me wondering. I've seen a million. I want to study this bitch.
It ain't justified, buddy. I don't know if you get away with that here down in the South, man, honestly.
I say we try it. Play this video. I want to
I'm
see
good.
this video.
Let's do it.
Get down! Put your fucking hands up, pussy. Put your fucking hands up, pussy.
Pause it.
Get down. Put your
See, why couldn't the dude with the gun retreat right now
Yeah,
Exactly.
could've
He
ran.
could.
and
He could.
and-
Absolutely.
and go? Whether you believe it's your duty to do that or not, that would have got you out of that situation. Now, if this
Situation.
guy starts following you and chasing you down,
Right.
That's a different story. Then it's like, hey, I tried. You know, the dude's
Right.
apparently he's bigger than the guy. You can see, so he does seem like he's a threat. But my first instinct would have been to back up, tell him, dude, go on about your business. I'm going to go this way, you go that way. This shit's over with. While I'm pointing a gun at him, but letting him know, look, you fuck around, you're going to find out, but I'm trying to get away from this. But this old, now play it, this old dude was ready.
Fucking hands up, pussy. Put the fucking gun down and scrap like a man, bitch.
So much time to get out of that situation.
Absolutely. 100%.
I mean, right then, he could have just left. Let
Yep.
that idiot take his shirt off. Tell him, hey, take your pants off too, dude. Fuck it. I probably shouldn't be laughing, but
It's just that tone swapped up so fast, you know?
Yeah. Scrap like a man, baby.
Like, what did you think it was gonna feel like? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, he had the gun pointed at you, and he just never once thought like, "There's gonna be a bullet going in me
Fuck.
soon."
And like, even from his standpoint, the dude that's wanting a fist fight, like the motherfucker got a gun pointed at you. He don't even think to go the other way. Some people just don't care. I guess I don't know.
What you think, Brad?
I don't think it's justified, man. I think he had
No?
time to get away. Yeah. Now, like I said, if he said, dude, F you, I'm out of here, dude, even though he's got the gun, and the guy came and followed him and then even put his hands on him, then that could be justified. But his life really wasn't in danger at that point of that video.
Mm-mm.
I don't think so.
Nope. I really don't think it was either.
Yeah.
I want to know the outcome of that. Anybody know the outcome in the comments
I wanna know
watching?
the
Anybody in the
backstory.
chat?
Somebody does.
Let's find out. How can I search that? Idiot pulls shirt off and gets shot. God, let's see. Damn, I don't even know how you would search that to find out that backstory behind that. Let me see.
Well, yeah, Vinny, welcome back, brother.
Vinny.
What up, Vinny? He
Let's
made it
see.
back, huh?
And what were they on the sidewalk? Yeah. I don't know. Let me see. Guy shoots unarmed. I don't know how to really search
The shooter.
that up.
Okay, so somebody in the comments said the shooter was not charged because the attacker was a stalker who wouldn't stop threatening his family.
Ah, okay.
That changes. Yeah.
Oh, I've dealt with a stalker before. I'd like to put a round in. I was fucking with, with my family. So let me see. Okay.
You had a stalker?
Not me, but someone in our family did. And believe me, you want to put a round in them because then people get crazy. Like they just don't.
Oh, why have I never
you-
heard this?
You've heard it.
Oh, you
I'm
heard
just
it.
not going to sit there and disclose it to the fucking to
World.
yeah, but
Yes,
you know who
I
it
know.
is,
Hmm.
and you know what they dealt with. Fuck,
Freaky
you had
stuff,
one.
yeah.
Tell your stalker story.
Oh, I did.
You had one trying
Yeah,
to do
but-
your job, and
I
what?
don't-
He didn't seem dangerous to you. They never
No.
do.
No, it wasn't like
No, he was a stalker.
that.
No,
I mean, yeah, but like
this dude was what 70.
he's probably still following me around.
He was 70, showing up at your high school like after school functions and shit when you're hanging out with your friends. I mean, that's
Yeah.
that's a stalker. That's a stalker.
I would say so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look, I
would've
was
turned.
balling back in the day.
Well, yeah, you were taking money from the fool. That's where that's where you screwed up. Because you thought it was just some innocent old man that was just being friendly. Meanwhile, he's following you to your fucking high school parties,
Yeah.
pulling up. Hey, what are you doing, Kristen? You know?
You want? I'm still trying to figure this out in the comments. And this is
What?
Grok's take on it. That fucking shooting. Grok's take is this is a viral clip from 2013 in Tucson, Arizona. A homeowner spots a burglar trying to steal his car. The burglar pulls a gun, but the homeowner challenges him to a fight and to scrap like a man. The burglar complies, and the homeowner lands a kick to the head, knocking him out. He
Is
then
that what
holds the
Grok's telling you?
burglar at gunpoint until police arrive. A classic self-defense win.
That's what it's telling you?
That's Grok's answer to what is this,
Wow.
or what's the
Grok is-
backstory?
Grok done gave us a fucking movie script out of it. It kicked him and held him for the. Well, that was more exciting than what went on in the video. The dude started squealing like a little fucking, no offense, but a little girl, Kristen.
Little
Let's see.
biatch.
Yeah. No, I don't even know how to
Why
search
is
that. To find.
everyone's first response to a girl or woman who's online that they have an OnlyFans? Why is
Because
that just an automatic thing? I
men
don't
are
get it.
dogs. I don't know. They
Bitches
just,
be having OnlyFans, dog.
yeah,
you know?
yeah. I would. I
that's-
was a chick. Oh my God. I would. I wouldn't even have a full time job.
I have
that
respect
would
for
be,
myself. Thank you.
and that's
Feet
fine.
pics.
I do
I
not have
don't.
an OnlyFans.
You don't.
I wouldn't.
Did
Yeah.
y'all see all
You
them
can-
protesters in Target?
doing what?
Oh,
What are they protesting?
in Minnesota.
The LGBTQ
Not
display.
Minnesota.
Yeah, let's.
Oh, look.
You tell me what it was about.
What you guys think about
Oh.
Minnesota? I think.
Perfect timing.
I think.
Yeah, we're about to.
I think this.
I did see this.
Got a good little rhythm to it.
Dude, I
That's
love
a
it.
banger.
Target says that
Is that on-
their
is that on
mission
Apple
is
iTunes?
To support the
Probably.
joy of everyday life for all families.
Mm.
So what?
Then do it.
They commandeered a Target
For what?
to protest.
Yeah,
That's as
dude.
bad as that. Not as bad, but that's as dumb as when they went into the church
Look,
the other day. I mean, what is
If
the point?
I am in the middle of Walmart, I'm already stressed out because I'm in Walmart. Any store in general. And there's
then you got-
people sitting in the middle of an aisle, I'm running them over.
Yeah, that's
Because get out
that
of
just-
my way. What are you doing?
what,
go to work.
That's kind of my thing. Like, what are you accomplishing by that? Besides, everybody sitting around like they were doing in their little circle jerk, thinking that they're changing the world. But what are you doing? I mean, I guess everybody's searching for some sort of purpose in life, and these people think this is it for them. It's just so odd. It's like, go get a job. I mean, you're sitting on the floor in Target in the middle of the fucking day, beating on some drums and singing "Kumbaya," whatever the fuck they were doing.
Fucking campfire songs in Target.
Yeah.
Minnesota, bro. That's all you can say, dude. When you got a governor that believes in putting tampons in men's bathrooms, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what else to say.
I really didn't. It's so hard to get a group of people together to do anything, and then that
And
is
then that,
yeah.
what you spend your resources on. Like, I don't know how you talk people into doing this shit. It's
Hey,
got to be for the clips or something. Like, oh yeah, we can make noise in Target and fucking
well,
block the
that's-
aisles.
and that right there is why Trump's wanting to open up these insane asylums.
That's
That.
it. That's the people that'll be in there, dude.
Maybe they have a legitimate fear of him doing this. I knew the left was freaking out for a reason, but when you decide to go commandeer a fucking Target, I mean, it's like, calm down, people, because that's doing absolutely nothing at all.
Nothing.
I mean, besides getting their little video out, and because a lot of them do that to, bring attention to their cause. But when it's that fucking ignorant, all you do is piss people off where you push them further away from this cause that you're trying to promote. That's not the way you do it. Is to sit out there and like some fucking weirdo freak sitting on the ground playing little tom-toms, whatever they were doing. Like, what is that doing for your cause? To me, it's
Or
just it's losers that are looking for purpose in life. That's all that is.
the people
Yeah.
that like sit and block a street just in like one line. Why?
Yeah, and we had somebody on here the other night arguing in the comments that the protesters, because we were talking about just protests in general, and they were saying that we were basically lying that they don't block the streets. And I'm like, what the fuck have you been watching? That's all they do.
That's all they do.
Yeah, like they don't block the streets, and like, okay, I thought that's their thing. I mean, it seems that's
I'm
their
telling
first
you.
play in the playbook is let's go stop traffic and
It
act like a
seems
bunch
like
of fucking
the-
idiots.
The sidewalk is the only place they're not most of the time.
Can you run them over?
In certain places, yes.
Oh, good. I want to go there.
Like I know Ron DeSantis had spoke about that. You block the road and you get hit. Basically, it's your own damn fault.
Right.
I mean, you can't be standing in the middle of the fucking interstate and then want to, whine when somebody runs you over, or family members whine because after you're dead, because you want to do some dumb shit like that. And the problem is, if you look at any of those protests like that, where people like the ones you just showed in Target are involved, they haven't changed a fucking thing by doing that. None. You can't
nor will
name the
they.
last time a protest like that has changed anything. It ain't like it's where, like,
Nothing.
you know, Martin Luther King's walking down the street, you know, arm in arm with people and just peacefully walking down trying to, you know,
Right.
whatever. You're right. You know, fix all the racism that's going on in the country where you're really making some positive changes. These are just people out there that most people look at like they're fucking crazy. So you pay them no mind. They're just in your way, really.
Exactly.
You know, they become
Something
a
to laugh at on the
nuisance.
internet.
Yeah. You're a fucking nuisance. So therefore nobody takes you serious. And I don't understand how they don't watch themselves and think, well, like, what are we doing? Like, all you gotta do is watch that video if you're one of them and say, what the fuck? That was weird. But I don't know. I guess they go home at night and say, honey, guess what I got to do? You know, and they tell this amazing story about how they sat on the floor in Target and people were looking at them like they were fucking retarded. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
but
I don't understand how they not trespassed out of there. Because, you know, if you play devil's advocate on that and say that was a bunch of Trump supporters supporting,
they'd be gone.
You know, what they're doing, it would be, the police would be there. Yeah, you got to go.
See-
You can't do that shit, you know.
well, they do that shit in the right areas for one.
Absolutely.
And they know
Yeah,
it's going to, Target knows it's going to cause more trouble than we want if we kick these people out of here. And I don't know what happened at the video. Maybe they did. Maybe they asked them to leave. I doubt it because we've seen the type of nonsense that Target will put up with. I mean, the backlash that they caught when they started promoting, that LGBTQ shit in the kids section at their stores. They caught a ton of backlash. So apparently, you know what the company stands for. So they probably don't have no problem with these people, whatever they're protesting for. So I doubt they even tried to remove them. But even if they did, the backlash in an area like that probably isn't worth it. You know, next thing you know, now you got people throwing shit through your windows, and every day they're in there doing the same shit again.
Yep.
Just a different group, because all you're going to do is get trespassed. That's it. You're not hurting anybody. So they're just going to tell you, look, you can't come back in this store. It's like, okay, well, we'll find 10 new people to do it the next day. And so it's just like, I guess let these idiots sit here and, you know, maybe they'll get tired of doing it and leave in an hour. I don't know.
Target probably gave them gift cards.
They probably did. Target's bad, dude.
Yeah.
Even down here, like down in the South, the ones that we have down here, I'm like, God damn, like, where am I, man? I walk in one and I'm like, what the fuck? I feel like I stepped in Minneapolis, you know? It's crazy.
Damn.
But anyway, so yeah, no, I didn't see that, and I don't know what it changed. I don't even know why were they there? They were what were they doing?
Ice.
Ice.
Oh, for the ice stuff.
Yeah.
What is ice like? Are they working in Target now? I mean, what?
I don't know.
That's weird.
Yeah, you would think Target would be the last place to protest ice.
Yeah,
dude, it's
like,
cold
who the fuck
outside,
are you
dude.
going to convert in Target to not like
say?
ice?
Brad said it's cold outside.
Cold outside,
Needed somewhere
dude.
indoors.
Yeah, dude.
Like, you'd think they'd be in like a Home Depot or something, you know?
Yeah.
In a fucking Target.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, Matt said it in the comments a little bit ago. They got nowhere else to go. It's pretty much true.
Exactly.
These people have a lot of free time. And even if I do have free time, I'm just not going to a Target to sit on the floor and
No.
you know, protest nonsense, really. And I mean, I'm going to say it's nonsense because it's like we've talked about before, that you're protesting a law enforcement organization is what I'm going to call ICE, because they are enforcing the law. So they're lawfully out there doing what they can do according to the law. They can collect illegal people, illegal immigrants, and send them back. So you're out there throwing a fit about something that you can't change. You know, you're not going to change the law by doing that. It's just crazy. So to me, it's a big waste of fucking time, and it just makes you look like a fucking nut. And it, like I said, it justifies Trump's idea of opening up these fucking insane asylums. So
absolutely. Well, I got one more nutty leftist that probably belongs in the insane asylum. She's protesting, but she is protesting duck rape.
Oh, God.
You got to show
Get away
me.
from her!
Oh, my God.
Get away from her!
Ah, Jesus.
Hey!
Get away from her.
Get off of her!
Oh my God.
Hey!
Fucking ducks.
Could you?
Stop it! God damn it, get us a net!
Get us a net.
She's mad at them ducks mating, huh?
Standing around?
How do you figure more ducks get made?
Wow.
Because it's ducks calling the other duck. Because it's moving faster. She's just making it more scarce.
Oh my gosh. White woman, liberal, Karen shit I've ever
In
seen.
the pond, going to get the duck.
In the
Can you
pond.
imagine getting this woman's order wrong if you're her fucking waiter? My God.
Just interfering with
I mean,
life.
look at
That's
her.
what ducks do.
They got her net.
Damn.
Unbelievable.
Okay.
That's a word they call us, dude.
She needs to be
Okay.
employed.
Matt said this can't be real.
And I thought it was, but then you could just hear the emotions in her voice.
Yeah.
Everybody's just
Jesus.
gonna stand there. Like, yeah, bitch. They're making baby ducks. Like, calm down. Oh my
Got to be
God.
single, dude. I'm sure, dude.
Yeah, we are going too
hope.
far down the internet tonight, dude. When we're watching some lady trying to stop duck sexual assaults.
Have y'all seen the
Oh.
Dr. Pepper girl?
The Dr. Pepper girl.
Yeah.
What is that?
I saw it on TikTok. It was this girl who just randomly like made a song with Dr. Pepper in it, and they put it in their commercial.
No, I didn't.
Just a random person.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, worked out for her, didn't it?
Hopefully she
No, I
got
didn't see
paid,
nothing about
dude.
Yeah, I didn't see nothing about Dr. Pepper girl. I don't know. Anyway.
Wow.
But
Did what you saw?
well, I
What you
saw
saw
Trump
first.
telling Iran to fuck around and find out if, as far as trying to take him out. So apparently there were some threats going on from Iran's way.
Yes, there was.
And, Trump's like, hey, look, man, anything happens to me, the whole country is going to get blown up, he said. I have very firm instructions. They're going to wipe them off the face of the earth, is what he said. Now, my question is, do you think anybody, say they took Trump out, do you think
Okay.
people would act on that?
No.
That he gave these firm instructions to?
Not even a little bit.
Most of them would probably applaud it.
Right.
Like, fuck yeah, he's gone.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I thought when I heard it. First thing I thought was, fuck yeah, that's the Trump we know and love. Like, you fuck with me and you're going to find out, believe me. But then I'm like, are they really going to do it though? I mean, he's gone. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, does he really believe that they're just going to go and annihilate this place in his honor? Now, he may believe that, knowing Trump's ego. Who knows?
Which is crazy because they should. I mean, if a country takes out your sitting
course they
president,
should.
that should be the immediate reaction. But that's not how it's going to go down.
Not at all. Not at all, because I think there's just so much more behind all of that, as far
Yeah,
as
sure.
it's with just Iran and just all of that shit, man. I just don't believe it's as simple as they took out Trump. Now we're going to go over there and just fucking drop a nuke on them. I mean, I'm with you. You should. I mean, but they threatened if we were to take out theirs,
Absolutely.
that it would, there'd be all hell to pay or whatever, but, according to him, they're gonna blow it off the face of the earth. And I'm thinking that sounds good, but I don't think that the people have his back like that. To be honest with you, I just don't think it would work like that. But who knows? It'd be interesting to
We
look.
are not taking Trump out. Dawn says, and why are you talking about taking Trump out?
Oh, no,
Iran
not
said,
us. No, Iran.
Iran.
Yeah. Iran. Supposedly there were some threats, and talking about assassination attempts that were in the works, and that's why he was letting them know. Pretty stern message, and it sounds good. And I don't think Iran wants to really find out what would happen if you took out the sitting president of the United States. I mean, I think they wouldn't mind if somebody did it, but I don't think they want to be behind it. I don't think any country wants that tied to their name, because I do think there would be some sort of backlash. I mean, you couldn't just let them do that and do absolutely nothing.
yeah.
Now,
No.
I don't know if you're going to go through this whole wiping out the entire place for Donald Trump, but you can't, as a military and just as just the United States itself, you can't allow something like that. And then you just sit back and say, well, I mean, it sucks, but let's move on. So I don't think anybody's dumb enough to really, I mean, there's a lot of shit that people talk, and they probably got people right now that think, oh, you don't know. I don't think there's a lot of countries that are dumb enough to try to really pull that off. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. I've been wrong once or twice.
Oh,
But,
yeah. Absolutely. I don't see it happening.
No.
The USA tried to pull it off.
Yeah, well, yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
like-
exactly. That's where your threats come from within. I mean, that's. I mean, look at a lot of the assassinations that go on around it's usually some political divide within your own country.
Yeah.
It's it's not really a foreign adversary that comes and takes out your leader. It's usually not how it happens.
Yeah, that's what it
So,
seems like.
But it would be interesting to watch. Not that I'm not wishing anything bad on Trump, but if it were to happen, it would be interesting to watch how
Watch
we
it unfold.
handle that. Yeah, the retaliation. Like, what would really happen? I mean, would it spark some sort of world war? I mean, how bad would it get, and how serious of an action would the U.S. take if something like that were to happen? I mean, it would be interesting to sit back and watch, because, for me, there's only one way to handle it, and that's to do exactly like Trump said. And that sends a message to everybody else in the future that, you try something like this and this is what could happen. So, I don't know.
Absolutely.
Iran, when you look at the military matchup between the U.S. and us, I mean, Iran has 580,000-ish, active troops. Of course, we got about 1.3 million, but the U.S. defense budget is about $895 billion versus Iran's.
Right.
They're up there at, like, I don't know, 15.5 billion. So I don't know. Yeah, exactly. None of it's shit. And so I don't even think they're big enough to even think that they could fuck with us, is what I'm basically getting at. But I don't know. I don't know. I think if anybody was dumb enough to do it, they'd have done tried it already. So
Yeah, I don't even think ground troops really in the new modern warfare really plays a big number anymore, a big toll anymore. I mean, God, with what they have now between drones and, I think wars are going to be fought differently, if that makes any sense to you.
Yeah.
Modern
Yeah.
warfare, And I
Sure.
get it. China has 1 billion people or whatever it might be in the military, but I don't see it, dude. I just don't see it. But I hope Iran falls from within. I really do. And I mean, people are dying over there protesting for a better life, So, and which I'm sad to hear that. But I do not believe that we need to get involved in that. I can't see sending military action into that unless it's, something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
Because I think what was Trump's thing, that he basically was warning them in the beginning that, he was vocally supporting the protesters and warning of potential U.S. intervention if the killings continued over there. Mm-hmm. So, because they were imprisoning and killing a lot of these protesters. And I guess Trump's looking at it from afar saying, look, I mean, that doesn't need to be going on. I mean, if they want to protest and they have all the right in the world, I guess he's looking at it from the way the U.S. handles things. And
Exactly.
So I don't know. Some people say that, keep your nose out of it. And it's probably true. I mean, we can't be the world police like we get accused of being all the time and getting into these senseless wars that have nothing to do with us. But it's almost like there's always more to it than just the U.S. getting involved because they feel sorry for somebody.
Yeah, there's got to be, because no other country gives a fuck.
Right. It is always some kind of underlying, whether it be, the oil issue or just there's something we stand to gain from intervening. And it's not just because the kindness of America's, heart or whatever, at least from the politician standpoint. Us as citizens may look at it and say, damn, man, them people are getting treated horrible over there. I guess if we can help, let's help. Because it's just in most people naturally just to try to help somebody. But I think when you look at it from a political standpoint, it has nothing to do with just humanitarian work, Yeah, so
exactly.
That's why a lot of people, it winds us getting in these wars where now our guys are over there for fucking decades and we're over there rebuilding some shit that we destroyed, which is part of the plan.
Yep.
Yeah, which is part of the plan. We'll destroy it and then we'll get these companies, we'll pay them to rebuild it. And it just so happens that some of our politicians are tied to these companies that get to go in there and rebuild it. Just coincidence, I mean, it's all coincidental.
It's just connecting dots that aren't there, dude.
That's it, man. I'm a conspiracy theorist, But the problem is too is that they're talking about the death toll over there with these protests. I mean, they've got the numbers between 3,000 and over 20,000. You talk about a huge discrepancy, but the problem is they've been an internet blackout, so it's hindering any kind of real reporting. So they don't know what the fuck's going on over there.
I heard like 5, you know. I heard
that's
like
what I mean. So these numbers
people,
are all
so,
over the place, but they're saying they don't really have a way to tell right now.
Yeah.
So
well, I thought Elon was bringing Starlink in there, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure. I did hear that too. Yeah, he's good. Yeah. He's good at doing that shit, man. Anybody's out of the internet, he's like, I got you.
Iran? You talking about Iran?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's allegedly how the videos of everything that's going on is coming out, because Iran cut the internet.
Yeah.
So everything that's coming out is being sent over Starlink, and they're trying to track down whoever the fuck's getting the videos out of the country.
Oh wow.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. You know.
Damn. Well. Yeah, they I guess they don't want any of that shit getting out, and because they know they're wrong. Like as far as the government over there, they know they're doing wrong by their people. So it's kind of like what goes on in North Korea. You know, the last thing that Kim Jong-un wants is any of that getting out of how bad it is, because all they do is deny it and try to make the place look like it's a lovely place to fucking live.
Right.
And that's how
and you look at Iran as a whole, man. I mean, it's the Hamas, the Houthis, all these terrorist organizations that they send out and do all this devastation. And, you know, our lovely Democrats, Obama, what he sent them, $6 billion in cash. I mean, it was pallets of cash being dropped in Iran, you know, years ago. It would not hurt my feelings if Iran fell. I don't want to see anything happen to the people, but the whole Ayatollah and all of that, I would love to see him fall and go back to Persia, you know. Because I mean, we can go back as short as what, in the 70s and 80s. It looked like, I've seen videos. It looked like it was a decent place to live. You know,
that's what they say. I mean, that's what the video showed. Yeah, I'm with you.
Not to say I would go there. I have no interest to ever go over there. But I'm just saying. I mean, look, man, people want to be free. I get it, man, and I think everybody has the right and the choice to be free. And being under these dictatorships, it sucks, man. It sucks for these people, man, because if you don't follow their ways or their ideology, man, they don't just kill you, they take your whole family out, you know.
Yeah, well, and you know, we've got a history of fucking around over there. I mean, they don't like us to begin with. I mean, you go all the way back to the 50s when the US and UK backed coup, you know, to oust the prime minister over there over oil nationalization. So that's what I mean. It always leads back to something. So with this oil. So of course, all that does is fuel this anti-U.S. resentment.
Yep.
You know, seen as basically like we're meddling in Iran's democracy.
Yes.
So I mean, it goes back a ways with you know, these people, and it seems to be it's always looked at like the U.S. is stepping in where you're not needed, and it's the benefit behind it. Like I said, is always there's always something to gain from the U.S. you know, or for the U.S. by doing that. And that's how these places, you know, tend to look at us. So they're not big fans of us to begin with. I started hating them back when I was a kid because of the Iron Sheik, because of him and Hulk Hogan's beef. I mean,
you took the words right
that's
out
when I was done.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck Iran, you know. Hogan's the best. So.
The who?
The who? Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
Bro.
I don't know who that is either.
God, dude. Can't believe you said
God,
that.
how can you not know, like, the great Kabuki, man, and you know, Andre the Giant?
I know that guy. For him.
Let me pull. Speaking of Hulk Hogan, let me pull up a video and show you how raw shit was back in the day compared to how that shit would be now.
Is he dead?
Yeah,
Hogan died, right?
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan. Yeah, he's gone. Let me pull this video up of Hulk Hogan. I mean, I got a kick out of it myself, but. Let's see. Let me find it here. It's just, I thought it was just nuts, just the way that they were able to speak back then. It's.
Oh, Hogan, huh? I feel like he kind of said what he wanted.
Did you hear what he just said about a black guy?
No.
Hold on. It was coming. It was messing up on me. There it is. Now he's talking about another black wrestler.
Tony Atlas, you will never, ever, ever pin me or beat me in the center of the ring. There are a few things you might be better than me at. One of them is shining shoes, maybe chucking spears, and maybe eating watermelon, boy. You ain't nothing but a souped-up spider monkey, and when you get in that ring with me, I'm going to show you who the real Miss USA and the only undefeated wrestler left in the world today.
Could you imagine them today on TV calling souped up spider monkeys and eating watermelon? And there was another one, and I don't know where it was, but I watched another one where he's like talking about the big lips, and I mean just total, just blatant racism all over fucking airwaves, and nobody had a problem with this shit back then. And then everybody was surprised, like back in the early 2000s, when it, Hulk Hogan was on phone or whatever using the N-word. I'm like, well, apparently that trail goes way back.
Way back.
But I was looking at it like that's Vince McMahon standing next to him with a microphone.
Yep.
Condoning this shit. And it just shows you how times have fucking changed, bro. That was nuts. Just spear chucking and watermelon. I'm like, oh my God. So anyway, that's Hulk Hogan, and the Iron Sheik fucking, wanted to kill him, and I don't like the Iron Sheik, so.
Did everybody know wrestling was fake back then?
No.
That was before they said.
Yeah, no, the majority of people didn't.
It wasn't fake, dude. It was real back then, dude.
Them guys, they got a couple videos where like somebody would say something about it being fake, and one of them wrestlers turn around and slap the fuck out of you. Like they beat your ass back in the day for saying that shit. Because the way they looked at it, for one, it was just an unwritten rule. You didn't talk about that, and for two, them guys would really fuck each other up. Like they got hurt, they got injuries, they sacrificed a lot to put on those shows. So when you sat there and called that shit fake, them guys were raw back then, man. You listen to some of the stories them old timers tell, like Hulk, and just the bar fights and just the shit they were into back then. It wasn't like today where it's all these prima donnas and, they worried about their haircut more than going out there and performing. I mean, it was real men out there.
The comments do not agree with you.
I don't give a shit.
Wrestling isn't fake. Matt said still real. So
my grandma went to her grave believing it. She'd sit in front of the TV at fucking 70 screaming at it, like.
Wait, so it's
look
fake
at
or
him.
real?
He's got a chair. He's behind you. Like, damn, grandma, calm down.
I mean,
like,
they're in the ring, doing athletic shit, but they're not like fighting for real. They're not like.
So why would they get mad?
Well, for one, because they didn't want anybody to know. This was before it was, now Vince McMahon's like, look, it's entertainment. I mean, everybody knows it's scripted entertainment. Well, back then it was just, they didn't want to, pull back the curtain on it. They wanted to keep these storylines going, and this guy hated this guy, and like I was joking around about the Iron Sheik, and like he lives in Iran. The dude lived in fucking Mississippi or some shit,
Right.
So but they had to sell all these storylines to fill up these stadiums and shit.
Absolutely.
So
dude.
they were so worried about it getting out that they weren't really hating each other and shit. And now they're just like, whatever, we're just putting on a show, enjoy it.
Who did Hulk Hogan choke out? The late night guy.
Yeah, who was that?
What is his name? I can see his face. It wasn't
absolutely,
like
dude.
Yeah, it wasn't Johnny Carson. Man, I forget. But yeah, he choked the shit out of somebody, dude. And the dude like collapsed, like fucking. Let me pull it up. Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, pull it up, bro. I forget who that was, dude. But yeah, sure enough, dude, he did that, dude.
And it was real, not fake.
No, it was 100% real.
Was he mad at him?
Because he was sued for that shit.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I think it was more of he was asked to do it or something. Let me see. I'm about to pull it up. Richard Belzer was his name. That's what I mean. It wasn't like
who the fuck was that?
Yeah, exactly. But settled out of court. So apparently he sued him like it was a real thing. I think the dude got hurt, like he fell down and hurt himself. Let me see if this video shows it. Before I pull the video up, if it shows it and it's not just some nonsense, I'll pull it up and let everybody see it.
So he asked him to do it and then sued him.
Yeah. I'm going to show you the video right now. I'm about to pull it up. Because I think this is going to show it.
Yeah, he was showing him a move or something, I think.
Yeah, something like that. I'm going to show you. He's talking about it in it. So let me pull it up for you guys, everybody that's watching here.
Yeah, Matt and Andre the Giant, dude. He was another legend.
Legend. We just have a WWE night, huh? Fuck it.
Absolutely.
WWF back then, sorry. And then they got sued for that. So,
Yeah.
All right.
Bunch of
Should be
suing
on.
in wrestling.
Yeah. All right, let's check it out. Let's watch it. You know, ready?
Hulk Hogan was sued $400,000 for doing this on live TV.
Now, the first thing you need to know about amateur wrestling,
Yes.
or professional wrestling, are submission holds. You just tell me, brother, when you want him to quit squealing, okay?
All right.
It's called a front chin lock. How about it, T?
Keep like that for a little while.
He's out right there. Done.
He's all right. He's just sleeping.
This incident is from a 1985 episode of Hot Properties, hosted by the late Richard Belzer. On that night, the show welcomed Mr. T and the renowned professional wrestler Hulk Hogan as special guests. Initially, the interview proceeded smoothly, but a moment of tension arose when Richard used a word that left Mr. T puzzled.
Well, you use a big word. See, Mr. T.
Antithetical means opposite. Forgive me.
Right. I'm a street brother. That's why the kids.
Well, I'm from the street too.
That's why the kids.
I learned that word myself.
The kids
not in
relate to
college.
me because I'm not a phony.
I'm
a
not
lot
a
of
phony
guys
either.
there try to use big words and whatnot. I use this and that, whatnot, in plain, simple English.
Okay.
So everybody can understand me.
This miscommunication didn't sit right with Hulk Hogan, and upon his introduction to the show, he swiftly began to assert dominance over Richard, leading to a confrontational atmosphere.
And you know something? What? The reason you were so cocky is because Mr. T promised me he wouldn't lay a hand on anybody, even though you look like a mugger. You do look like a mugger, that little sadistic face and that criminal forehead. He promised me.
To lighten the mood, they suggested they do a demonstration for the audience, which
Dang.
Richard agreed without
shit
knowing
talking
what was
back then, you
involved.
like a mugger.
Richard later explained while on an interview with Bob Costas that he was unconscious for exactly 11 seconds.
Well, you
During
see,
that
out
time,
of
he
it.
dreamt he was late for the show. In a state of shock, he gets up off the ground and throws the show to commercials.
See? It works. All right, brother.
And now, we'll be right back after this word from you-know-who. We'll be right back.
The worst part about all this was Hulk Hogan's terrible apology once they got back from commercials.
Richard was hurt. It was an accident. Hulk didn't mean to do it. These things happen in television. It is live television. And now I think Hulk and T should just talk about this kind of thing, how it can happen, and how to avoid it.
Well, you know, I feel really bad about the situation. Richard asked me to demonstrate a professional wrestling hold, and that's exactly what I did. I put what is called a front chin lock on the man, and when I released him, he fell and hit his floor. It's a situation where you need to be a professional at all times, and the type of hold, when I would put that on a professional wrestler, I would apply probably 10 times as much pressure. I didn't realize that apparently he doesn't do any physical training at all. You know, I'm not sure because
Hulk.
Apparently, he got a
I know
weak
who
neck.
that is. He's in
Hulk,
You know
Law
who that
and Order.
is, huh?
He's
Yeah,
in
Law and Order.
Who, Hulk
SVU
Hogan?
or something like that. Yeah,
Oh,
that's,
Richard.
that's where that
Belzer?
dude's from.
Yeah, he was.
Belzer.
Yeah.
Yeah. he
Mr.
was.
T's a wrestler?
Yeah. Well, he started off as an actor, yeah, and then he went in.
Was he ever a rapper? I feel like he was a rapper.
No.
Dang.
No.
Dude, he's like 90 years old now, dude.
Yeah. He's still pitying the fool. I pity the fool.
18, dog.
Anyway.
God.
But no, yeah, Hulk Hogan was a different animal. That dude took it way serious. So anyway, see, back in those days, Kristen, like doing shit like that, if you would say it was fake, that's the type of shit they would do and say, well, let me show you how fake it is. This is the kind of holds we use. And they had another one. Was it Sid Vicious was his name? I don't know. It was a reporter in the hallway of one of the venues they were playing at, talking to him, interviewing him, and he said something about it being fake. And he's like, oh, you think it's fake? You think? And he smacked the fuck out of him and said, you think that's fake? You think? And the dude starts like, he didn't know what to do. He starts kind of panicking and running off. And I don't know if he got sued or not, but he smacked the shit out of this reporter, dude. It was like, that was, like I said, back in the day with them guys, you didn't use that word fake with wrestling. They took that shit very offensive. Now it's like, oh yeah, whatever, you know. Now they're out there wearing dresses or whatever they're doing in 2026, but
yeah, backyard wrestling looked kind of real.
Backyard wrestling. Them boys were nuts, man. So anyway, I don't know how the Hardy Boys are still walking. They did some. Look at that. Everybody loves wrestling, man. Everybody, not just.
It was great, dude. It was really great, dude.
Hardy Boys. That's true. Fuck the dude, Mankind. You know, or it's
another
my
one, dude.
God, dude, the shit that dude took, the punishment. I mean, it. I don't know how he's walking to this day. Justin, you know who that is. Look at your confused face. You know Mankind. It's the one Undertaker threw off the top of the fucking cage during that WrestleMania, and everybody thought he died.
Like, I know his name, but I can't put the face to the name. But I've heard the Mankind name.
Damn it. Y'all gonna have it. We're gonna go down all these wrestling rabbit holes. These people go, what the fuck are they talking about? But I don't care. You know him. You, Mick Foley. I mean, it's.
Oh, dude.
I've seen him. That's the guy with the lumberjack shirt, right?
Yeah, well, that's Mankind. Yeah, he's been a couple characters throughout his career, but that's him. We're talking about the same guy, basically.
Gotcha.
But, yeah. So, but anyway, so now
they swap it up.
Yeah, they change shit every now and then, but that's basically.
And Shane, you remember the old school, huh? The Mid-South Wrestling, man? You remember that?
Okay.
Yeah, Junkyard Dog,
Definitely.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you don't remember seeing the Justin, the video ever pop up where Undertaker threw that son of a bitch off the top of the damn steel cage and he went crashing through the fucking announcer's table?
Through the announcer table, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he'd throw. I mean, they knew he was gonna do it, but just, I mean, it was.
But
crazy.
how do you make that not hurt?
Oh, I don't think you do. I mean, he
Like,
knocked him out.
Fuck.
Like he was out. He'll tell you the story. I mean, he wound up a little while later getting thrown through the actual cage. He got slammed on top of it, and the little wire ties that were holding it together popped, and he fell, hit the fucking mat, and his damn tooth came out of his fucking nose. Like, he got fucked up. I mean, that's why I'm surprised he's even walking.
Is that a cast on his hand?
Yeah, that was a sock. That's Mr. Socko. That used to be his gig, But it's shit like that when people say fake, and that's what these wrestlers are like, well, the injuries are real. I mean, like you said, you don't make getting thrown off the top of a steel cage at, 25 feet in the air, crashing through a fucking announcer's table. There's no way to make that feel good.
Right.
I mean, there's no acting you can do to say, I'm going to make it look like it hurts. I mean, it's like, it knocked him unconscious for a minute. And then he got back in there and continued going. So
He threw him onto tacks. Ow.
Yeah, the tax is kind of like, but man, just watching that collision. And I don't mean to go so deep down to people. It's fucking wrestling. We're talking about it like it's fucking real. But I remember I was watching that match. I was watching it as it was happening, and in my mind as an adult back then, I remember thinking, like, wait a second, I thought this shit was fake. Like, he just threw that motherfucker off the top of a cage, crashed through the fucking table, and he damn near died. And I'm like, oh, wait a second now. Like, holy fuck. Like, they caught me off guard with that shit, and I knew it was, it's all bullshit. I just happened to be sitting around watching it on TV. And I'm like, holy fuck, that's how crazy that shit was when he did that. You had never seen nothing like that before.
Yeah, that's a drop.
Yeah, it's like,
I don't know if you talked me into it.
No, I mean, I remember the Undertaker when they talk about it nowadays. He's like, I kept telling dude that we're not doing that. Like, he said it took him forever to just talk him into it. Like, just do it, just throw me off the top. And he's like, like Mick, like, no, like, like, I'm not doing that. And he did it. He finally said, fuck it. But yeah, that was a hell of a match, dude. I wish I could pull it up without the copyright shit or whatever to be like, we just sit there and watch the whole match. It was amazing.
I'm telling you. Matt said Jimmy Superfly from around here, he used to put on shows where he fought midgets at the high school.
Oh, he's from around there, Matt? Superfly Snooker, man. He was another big legend back.
Ran down on midgets?
I don't remember that, but yeah.
Okay.
Must have been his early days, dude.
Yeah, I don't remember him fighting midgets, but
that's gonna be his before the fame segment on YouTube.
Yeah, can we say midgets? Was it little people or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something, whatever. They don't care.
No.
Yeah, they don't care. Regular size liberal women care. They're the ones that tell you what you can and can't say, but that's about it.
Oh, dude,
yeah,
absolutely.
When you have a whole micro wrestling team, you can't tell me what to call them. All right.
Yeah.
I swear
you know something about Dictor the Bruiser. No, I don't remember that one.
Dude, sounds crazy.
Yeah. They done it at our high school, he says. Anyway.
Love it. Well, shit.
Well, y'all got anything else important to talk about? We done went down this wrestling fucking rabbit hole, which you get me talking about it, it'll be all night because I grew up on that shit, man. Kristen's over there like, what in the fuck are they talking about? Who are these old ass people?
Y'all
It's back
seen
when it was
Virginia
real, damn it.
getting all fucked up?
Virginia? What are they turning gay? What are they doing?
Yeah, yeah. They elected. Basically, the whole state is newly run by Democrats. That
That's always good.
yeah, ran as centrists, you know. But and I guess we'll decide that here. This is the list of their bills that basically as soon as they got in office, they're trying to push through, right? So. All right, so we'll start off easy. They got a new 4.3% sales tax on Uber Eats, Amazon, and deliveries. New sales tax on
little taxes. All right.
More taxes on admissions to a wide variety of businesses. They're going to create 2 new higher tax brackets of 8 and 10 on people making over 600,000. A new 10% tax bracket on people making over $1 million, and let's see, 3.8% investment tax on top of state income taxes. Yep.
Boy, they can't wait to jump into an area and just start taxing.
Yeah,
God.
But wait, there's more. All right. 3.8% investment tax on top of your state income taxes. They're going to raise the hotel taxes. Cool. New personal property tax on landscaping equipment. I don't fully understand that one, but there's a bill to ban gas-powered leaf blowers.
Yeah, they make too much noise anyway, dude.
Fuck them.
Exactly. I'd like
to be California.
Yeah, exactly. And I'd like to read the full bill on this one because it's kind of, a little recap, but it guarantee illegal aliens free education. Read the bill, see what that says. But they're going to make it illegal to approach somebody in an abortion clinic, extend the time absentee ballots can be received after Election Day to 3 days.
Oh, perfect.
What do they mean, approach somebody in an abortion clinic?
I guess because of the protesters that are always outside the abortion clinics.
Yes.
I support that. I agree with that.
Oh, okay.
So they're not going to be able to approach people walking into or out of abortion clinics.
But right, so that's another thing that benefits the left, basically.
Yeah.
Like, leave these.
Right.
Okay.
Oh,
I get it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I get it.
Yeah.
So there's a bill to allow people to cast their votes electronically through the internet.
That's fucking going to work out great.
Yes.
Jesus.
Expand ranked choice voting. I don't even know what ranked choice voting is. They're going to extend the deadline for ballot curing to 1 week after Election Day. Redact the addresses of political candidates from FOIAs. Add Virginia to the National Popular Vote Compact for presidential elections. So they want to get rid of the fucking what's the other one? Popular Vote Electoral College for Virginia.
Gotcha.
Make it illegal to hand count ballots.
Of course.
They want a $500 sales tax on firearm suppressors.
So what will the hand count ballots? I'm trying to think. How does that benefit them? I guess if there's any kind of discrepancy, then they'll be like, no, we can't hand count them. We just got to go by what the machine is saying.
Pretty much. They said it's got to be like, basically they're going to make it's going to have to travel up the courts before the state will let anybody hand count ballots if there's an issue with anything.
Yeah, imagine the amount of fuckery that goes on before it gets to that point.
Imagine, dude.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Dude, I think we need to move the Mason-Dixon line a little bit further south, dude.
Have to,
or
dude.
even maybe put a curve in it, dude, and get rid of Virginia, dude. Yeah, fuck them, dude.
They're implementing an assault weapons and large capacity magazine ban, an 11% sales tax on all firearms and ammunition, prohibit outdoor shooting of a firearm on land less than 5 acres, lower the criminal penalties for robbery.
Of course.
They're going to ban the arrest of illegal aliens in courthouses.
And where is this at?
Virginia.
Oh, that's the same. Yeah, that's that House Bill 863. Is that the?
Yeah, it's all wrapped up in it.
Yeah, that's the problem, that they wrapping a bunch of nonsense up in there, because one of them was it's basically removing mandatory minimum prison
That was the next one I was getting to.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry. Yeah, it triggered my memory when you were telling me that. But crimes including rape, voluntary manslaughter, malicious wounding of law enforcement.
To do with that?
they're wanting
remove
to
the mandatory minimums.
Yeah, because there was mandatory minimums on that previously, like between 5 and 15 years, depending on the crime. Well, now they're trying to take that away and basically leave it up to a judge's discrepancy if he only wants to give them 3 months or whatever, which is
it's so crazy.
It is. It's really crazy when it comes to the types of crimes they included, which 1 being rape, 2 being pornography, child pornography stuff, like what does that benefit anybody besides the people committing those types of crimes to do that? Now, and
I was just getting ready to ask you.
Yeah, if you want to adjust that minimums, for certain types, like maybe shoplifting or something stupid, but you can do that without including major crimes like that. And it's like, what are these people's fantasy on the left when it comes to basically downplaying the seriousness of crimes like that, especially when it comes to these children?
100%. Yes.
Like, what is their obsession with giving these people a break that commit crimes like that?
I really don't get it.
Nuts.
They hide it behind racism, but I really don't understand it, because my thought process when I first read that was like, I know what they're going to say, and basically that mandatory minimums disproportionately affects the black community or, impoverished communities. But I'm thinking like, all right, so if you truly believe that and you think all these judges are racist and they're, helping the white man out, right? The only thing removing mandatory minimums would do at that point is help the white man out, right? Because then the judge would just be like, well, you get 6 months, but this black guy, he's doing 15 years. You know what I mean? Like, it's completely backwards from what they're, and I haven't even had to hear him say it, but I know that's where they're going to go with it. So
sure. It's coming. That's how they hide behind everything. Yeah. Is that it disproportionately affects, people of color. And it's like, well, if that's the ones committing 100%. More of the crime, then who gives a fuck? And I don't mean more of the crime overall, I just mean in that area. If that's the ones that are doing the crimes, then who the fuck cares if it should affect them? No matter what race is the ones that are committing the more of the crimes. Now, when you look at their rape, the statute right now, there's a minimum of like 25 years for certain child rapes involving abduction and burglary elements, which I don't know why they had to throw all that in there, but just the point that it could be a rape against a child, 25 years sounds great to me. Should be the death penalty, but they want to take things like that off. Yeah, and I just don't. It blows my mind how any of them adults stand behind shit like that. It's just crazy, man. I don't know, man. I think the child pornography offense, it eliminates the mandatory minimums, which are 5 to 15 years for production, distribution in some cases, and depending on the victim's age and priors or whatever, there was a 5 to 15 year minimum.
Not no more.
Okay. So what is the justification behind even messing with that? It's I don't know, man. It's crazy. So I'm trying to see the supporters frame it as a restoring judicial discretion, reducing mass incarceration. There's yours, Justin, addressing racial disparities and focusing on rehabilitation. That's their big go-to. And when it comes to sex crimes, there's no rehabilitation that's going to fix that. None. No. You don't convince somebody to not be attracted to certain things, sexually. You just don't. You can't. It'd be like somebody trying to rehabilitate me from being sexually attracted to women. It's not going to happen. So there is no fixing that. But these liberals like to hide behind that, like they're going to help somebody. These bleeding heart fucking liberals, they think everybody is worth saving. And some people aren't.
Nope.
When you commit a crime like that against a child, you're not worth saving. Nope. There's nothing left in your soul that is worth saving when you harm an innocent child.
Lock them up.
Kill them.
That too. Shock therapy, something.
But and the critics, I guess, people like us, I mean, they say it's being soft on crime, especially in those serious, violent, sexual offenses. I mean, it's a risk to public safety, and there's no deterrence anymore. I mean, these people are like, well, I'll get in front of a good judge and my lawyer will argue and I'll be able to do whatever I just did and walk out of there with a 6-month sentence.
Absolutely. It's just making it easy. And they have a hard on for robberies for some reason. I don't understand it, but
because
they put
who's
robberies in
robberies.
a class by themselves.
Yes.
And I guess there was like robbery 1 and 2, as a 1st degree, 2nd degree felony or whatever. Well, they're adding 2 more classes, right?
In that area, that part of the country, in wherever city, whatever town, whatever they're doing over there, let's face it, without getting all Nick Fuentes on it, that it tells you who's committing most of those crimes.
Yeah, college-age white men.
God, get the words right out my mouth, dude.
These Christian white, these straight white males, but you know exactly what's going on over there. Mm-hmm. So they're pandering to a certain crowd, and how that benefits the community at all is beyond me. And
I don't get it.
Yeah,
I don't get it. But the 2 lower classes they just added of robbery, they also made it to where those don't count towards the 3-strike law, right? So I'm like, they're over there and they're making it less illegal to harm people and rob people and more illegal for victims to protect themselves by all these gun measures that they're passing.
Sure.
So I just don't get it. I don't get the thought process behind it. Like, let's disarm our population and make it less illegal to fuck up people that are just living their lives.
And to me, I guess the one that really gets me is going back to the young victims in a lot of these crimes. Now, here's other areas they were talking about adjusting. Drug offense near schools should be harsh on that.
Yep.
Gang activity on school property. Why would you cut back on that? The penalty on that. And basically selling controlled substances to minors. These are 3 more of the areas to do with minors that they're pulling back on when it comes to these minimums. Like what? Why even? I wouldn't adjust nothing when it came to crimes that involve children. Besides upping these fucking minimums.
Absolutely.
Like, to even discuss about them being lowered, and then everybody in your little party over there is going along with this. I don't know. I don't know what their obsession is with allowing children to be victimized in so many ways.
I don't get it at all. And like the sex crimes is like one thing. It just shouldn't even have to be stated that like we need to be harsher on this. But like, what could an argument be that anything good would come out of gang activity on school grounds?
Yeah.
What kind of good could come from that?
I'm with you. That's what I mean. When it comes to some of these crimes, like, what are you being lenient for? There's nothing good can come out of selling dope to minors and gang activity on school grounds and sexually assaulting a child. I mean, why is that even a discussion?
But now, you know who we're going to be harsher on?
The bill doesn't legalize these crimes in any way, but it puts too much control in these judges' hands.
You get the right judges in there and it does.
Right, exactly. And now if you've got a judge that's got any kind of moral compass, they're going to say, well, I don't give a fuck about this. I'm still going to give you what I can.
And you see the way they're voting, so that's probably not how it's going to turn out.
Exactly. No, I just don't even know why this is even a discussion, man. It's so crazy. I mean, I get it if it's drug offenses because they do get a little harsh. There's a lot of people sitting in prison over marijuana and shit like that. I get it saying, hey, let's look at these. Let's look at these crimes that aren't, particularly, they're not violent. Nobody was hurt. So let's kind of look at those and maybe get some of these people out of jail that don't really need to be sitting in there for fucking years over nonsense like that. But man, when it comes to harming innocent people, whether it be women, children, whatever, I don't know. I don't get the thought process behind it, but there's always these social justice warriors that want to make up all these excuses about, like I said, this rehabilitation and whatever other words they want to throw at it. And to me, it's just pandering to get that community to keep voting for you. I don't know.
It is. And like I said, the only crimes out of the whole bill that they're, and not even crimes, but the only, group of people that they're going harder on in the whole bill is legal firearm owners. That's the only group that they've imposed crimes on.
Yeah. That you're right. That's that. It just, bro, I don't know, man. But hey, look, they vote these people in. I mean,
like I said, this lady ran as a centrist. They thought she was going to be, right there. And then this is the bill that she puts together as soon as she comes into office,
Yeah. And it hasn't passed, right? It's just something that's getting, okay. Yeah. Well, maybe they'll shoot that shit down, or at least parts of it. But
they run the whole state now.
Do what?
Yeah, absolutely.
They run the whole state. The Democrats, they got into everything. Like they got.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying maybe, you might have some that you might have some kind of morals and say, well, I'm not going to vote for that.
Pipe dream.
I am. I'm giving them too much credit. I'm giving them too much credit. But that's the problem with any of these bills. Any of these bills, when it comes to this government, is it can never be simply, let's vote on this one particular item. Let's vote on that and move on. It's always, let's vote on lowering taxes. Okay. But then mixed in that is, let's make it easier for people to victimize children, so that gets passed along with lowering taxes and stupid shit like that. I mean, it never fails with these bills.
And I'd like to know what they're hiding this in, if anything, because like out of this whole list, I saw nothing that anybody could be happy about.
They're not.
There's nothing in there that any of the citizens of Virginia should be happy about at all.
None. They're not hiding it at all.
Like they're just raising taxes all across the state, making crime more legal to commit, and
that's the whole
No, there's
bill.
Probably a class of people in Virginia that are approving of this. It's the law-abiding citizens that are halfway conservative or Republicans or that are like, God, like you said with the gun tax, man, it's all about infringing on your rights if you're on the other side. The left is just a disorder, man. They are just mentally effed up, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say, man. You can see it in this, dude. It's out of control. It really is.
Look, the title.
I don't know where it goes. I mean, like I told you the other night, Shane, I think this is nothing more than a hiccup when Trump is in office, man. It just kind of stopped it to a degree, but God, just let the next one get in, man. Dude, we all might be in trouble. There's no telling, man.
Well, to your point, Justin, the title of the bill was Elimination of Mandatory Minimum Sentences for Certain Offenses. That's quoted. That's the title. So it wasn't hidden in anything. That's even worse. Usually all this kind of nonsense is buried deep in these bills. This was straight up. Hey, we're going to lower minimums on certain crimes, and here's the crimes. A lot of them involve
scared
children.
no more, bro. They are just upfront about it of what we're going to do. They're not. They don't, like you said, Shane. They don't bury it no more. And we're going to hide this, and it's going to be a pocket here. Not in those areas, man. It doesn't matter if it's in New York or if it's in California, dude. They're upfront and honest with it. What we're going to do, and it's just God. It's insane. It really is.
And like Steven said, he said, I don't think a lot of them get voted in. I think the machines are fixed. And Virginia just made sure that you can't even fucking check anymore.
Yeah, they're like, we're going to fix that problem for people questioning it.
They're like, question it all you want, but we can't check them. So,
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, and Paul's got a good point, because I seen an ICE agent getting on a lady that was protesting the other day, and he's like, "Look, we're over here apprehending a child predator, and you're fucking blowing whistles and acting like idiots out here. It's like, do you justify that a person like that being on the streets in your community?" Mm-hmm. And the person was kind of left speechless. They didn't really know how to respond, but they still weren't, stopping the protest.
Yeah.
But it's like, how do you argue that point? Like, you can bitch all you want in the streets, but when we're collecting a child sex predator, how do you defend that? And that's what Paul's talking about. They're out there trying to get people like that off the streets, and people are in the middle of the roads trying to stop them.
Absolutely.
I don't know. It blows my mind, man. And the right's the bad side in all of this.
Somehow, evil. Did you see the video in New Orleans where they were bitching at the ICE officers, and they were?
I don't think so.
Well, the ICE officers turned out to be like a task force against internet crimes on children, and they were explaining that to the people that were videoing and yelling at them, and they're like, "Well, we don't support whatever you do." Okay. Okay.
That's it,
support.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's how a lot of people are looking at it. They don't care what they're out there doing now. They just know I'm on this side, and this side doesn't support ICE or whatever law enforcement agencies out there at the time. That's all they know. That's all they care is my side is telling me these people aren't good. I'm not going to look into what the fuck they're doing. I don't care. I know my politicians, the people I'm blindly following, are telling me ICE is bad. Get out there, protest. And that's it. And they do it. And they do it. And they run into situations where they're prohibiting an officer from going and trying to catch somebody who's violated a child. And they feel good about themselves.
Yep.
They go home at night and think they did something. They're geared up, ready to go do it again the next day. It's nuts, dude. It's nuts. But that's the left for you.
Even like our great buddy, we love you, Matt, at 1003. I get the tax on gun suppression. Dude, I don't. I don't understand it. I just don't. I think it's just another hiccup and infringement upon your Second Amendment rights. I don't see why we have to tax that kind of shit.
Well, they're doing it because they're trying to scream a fuck you to the federal government because we just lowered the taxes on suppressors down to $0 federally. So now they're being the big bad wolf, Democrats fighting the government, and they want to impose a $500 state tax on suppressors. So they're being little bitches is what they're being.
Absolutely, 100%.
Is that what they're being?
They are.
Oh, they're being little bitches, dude.
Yeah. Well, I think Matt was just, why suppress them? Like he said, it's
suppress the fuck out of them because it's your right.
Saying, let them ring.
It's your right because the government doesn't want you to have them. Is why we should all own suppressors.
Well, and it's like we always say, it never stops. You give that government an inch, and they're taking 10 miles.
Taking
from
a mile, bro. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the problem. It never just ends. It's kind of like the whole gun debate with the AR-15s. You let them take those away from you, and next it's going to be just normal old fucking hunting rifles. Then it's going to move down to handguns. Then it's going to be where you can't own a fucking slingshot because you might hurt somebody. Right. And that's the problem that a lot of people, they don't look at the bigger picture. They look at the knee-jerk reaction, which is a bunch of children got shot up in the school. Got to get these guns off the streets. We got to stop AR-15. You can't have no more AR-15s. And then it's like, okay, well, you go ahead and give in on that, and you think the government's stopping there. You're out of your fucking mind. And that's also goes into, I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off and ramble, but it also goes into the First Amendment argument, with this freedom of speech. You start letting them allow certain words and terms and ideas to be suppressed. It doesn't stop at one side. Eventually they're coming after your side too. So you got to remember that,
Yeah. And they know they can't, they try to get the guns, and they can't get them. So they're just going to price you out of them is what they're going to do. They're going to raise the taxes, That's what the original NFA tax was meant to do, because the $200 tax stamp on suppressors, short barrel rifles, and short barrel shotguns, it's $200 now, but in the early 30s, I think 37, the original bill came out. It's equivalent to like $2,000, right? So it'd be like you going to buy a $1,000 suppressor and you're paying a $2,000 tax on it to the government. Nobody was prepared to do that, so they just priced you out of them.
Well, I remember a while back the talk was to make bullets so expensive that people wouldn't want to shoot them,
Dude, you took the words right out of my mouth. Exactly right.
$10 a bullet, people are like, fuck, I'm not buying that,
Yeah, I can't afford that. Exactly.
That's kind of what, like you said, just trying to price you out of your right instead of being able to take it from you, because I think they know they can't.
Yep.
No.
So they got to find other ways around it. And, I guess that's why you need people like the NRA and other organizations like that fighting,
Absolutely.
I think the NRA is very profitable, and I think they turn a major profit doing it. But look, somebody's got to be out there fighting. So if they're going to, be able to benefit from that financially, then so be it. But, it's just, I don't know, man. It's just how the government is. Like, you give them anything and it never quits. It never quits. And just like you mentioned, if they can't take it from you, they'll just make it so fucking expensive where you just can't go get it.
Can't afford it.
Exactly.
Can't afford it.
The average person,
100%.
So.
Yeah.
And then the criminals, they'll just steal it from somewhere, so they don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, if bullets are $10 a piece, they don't give a fuck. They'll just steal a box of them. Right. So now they've got them and you don't, and that's all it ever turns into. So
every time.
All right. Well, before we put Kristen to sleep, let's let's wrap it up.
Pick
Kristen, you could have got off an hour ago. I mean, like, fuck all this. But anyway, we appreciate y'all checking it out. If you ain't hit that sub button, hit it before you get off, please. We appreciate it.
Please.
And I don't know. Until next time, y'all tell them bye.
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 Yep. We'll be back Friday. Hit
I
that
love
freaking
Jesus.
notification button. It'll let you know when we're getting on. Till next time, y'all be good.